Gavin Newsom unveiled plans this afternoon for reopening California churches and places of worship, allowing in-person religious services. And Fox 5's Andrew Nomura joins us live from Oceanside to break down the new guidance. Andrew.
Well, Maria, after some huge pushback from churches across the state, guidelines have finally been released. We spoke to the pastor here at Grace Church in Oceanside, who says that it's long overdue, but as of right now, he's satisfied. The sight of an empty parking lot here at Grace Church in Oceanside will soon come to an end. Today, California's Department of Health released guidelines for places of worship in order to reopen. Here's a list of some of the recommendations. A big point of emphasis: places of worship will be limited to 25% of building capacity, or only 100 people, whichever number is lower.
At first glance, I think those are reasonable requests. I think that is very doable for a church to adhere to.
Matthew Schlesinger is the pastor here at Grace. He is a part of more than 1,000 pastors across the state that were planning to reopen by the end of the month, regardless of any restrictions.
There is something that you cannot replace that is a necessity of the church coming together. And I just believe that we can safely do that. I believe that we can take necessary precautions. In my opinion, I think if anyone's going to do that safely, it will be the church.
On top of the following state and CDC guidelines, the church will provide additional service options on an FM radio channel so people can listen in the parking lot. He says places of worship are needed more than ever for those who may be struggling with the pandemic mentally and emotionally.
I think that's the result of isolation. I think people are dealing with a level of stress that's way beyond the financial stress of our economy. And the church has always been and will always be first responders in that area to help bring hope and healing to people.
Well, other things to mention: the county will still have to approve some of these guidelines before moving forward. Guidelines will be in effect for about 21 days before health officials go and assess some of the data and see if they need to make changes if necessary. I know that there were some questions regarding communion. The state is discouraging the use of shared items in worship services. I understand that other churches, or some churches, differ in their communion practices, some using those plastic containers, individual plastic containers. Also, a good thing to mention, expect to see temperature checks at the door. For now, we're live here in Oceanside. I'm Andrew Nomura, Fox 5 News.